Hey, this is Wolf here from Armoury Terrain, and today I'm going to show you how to make a seal for an envelope or to mark an important document, and then I'm going to show you how to make a purity seal for a 40k costume. To make the seal, you're going to need a heat source. I'm using a table candle like this. You're also going to need a metal spoon, preferably one that you don't care about, because you're going to fill it with wax and scorch the bottom of it. You're also going to need some crowns. I'm using Crayola ones that I bought from Coles here in Australia for about $3. And then you're going to need something to put the design on your seal. I am a leather worker, so I have a whole bunch of steel stamping tools, but you can use pretty much anything with a design. You can use a fancy handle of a fork or a knife or a ring or pretty much anything. So the technique is put your spoon over the flame, and there's fireworks going off in the background for some reason, and then grab your crown and just roll it around in the spoon until it melts, and it should melt pretty quickly. Once you start getting a good pool of wax in there, like I've got here, I'm also going to use some hot glue. Now with the hot glue, use the low temperature stuff if you can, and why we're putting the glue in, it's to give it a little bit of flexibility so our seal doesn't snap during use. So once again, pushing down into the bottom of the spoon until you get about 10% hot glue mix. Anywhere between 5 and 10 isn't bad, just adds that little bit of extra. Okay, now my wax is a little bit bright here, so I'll add a darker color. Unfortunately with this Crayola set, you only get 2 red ones, and of course all good seals are red, we all know this. So I'm mixing the burgundy, yeah, I'd call this burgundy, with orange to make a red color that's suitable. So once you've got a spoonful of wax and you're happy with the color, I have some parchment paper or non-stick wax paper from my oven. That's what you can see under my candle. So I take the spoon off the heat and I let it cool down just a little bit. You don't want it super runny because when you pour it out it'll go everywhere. Okay, once it cools down a little bit, pour it carefully onto your wax paper. We're using wax paper so we can get the seal off and stick it onto whatever it is that we want to stick it on. Once you've got a nice blob of wax as big as you want it, and the size of it will depend on your seal, you get your design and press it into it. You then wait for that to set, and once it's set, we'll have a really cool seal. Now I said purity seals and let it cool. Right, this first seal that we did, that's now hidden behind my candle, this one here, it's cool enough to take off the wax paper, remove the metal stamp from it, and it is a really cool little seal. Now what you do is you super glue this down to whatever you're sealing it to, and then when they open it, it snaps to show that it has been opened and it can't be tampered with. So now that I've snapped that, I'll just remelt it and use it again.